Well, I guess I have to start. Why do these things have to be so serious? Welcome back to yet another video made by a 21-year-old disappointment in her old sister's bedroom. Hi, I'm the honeybee. Today I am going to talk about something a little bit more serious, more triggering, more on the bad side of cosplay. I mean, we don't want to see the bad side of cosplay, we want to see the fun side of cosplay. And sadly, lately there's a lot of negativity going around, which makes cosplay not very fun anymore, and I am starting to despise it. This is really because of what's going on at the moment. I mean, I still do it, I still want to do cosplay, I just put it aside for a little moment. But this is an issue I want to talk about very badly because it is happening all over the world, in every cosplay community, in every country. I'm sure it's happening in every country. Because it's something very usual that happens in cosplay. It's nothing to be scared of for you people watching want to start cosplay or just begin cosplaying. It's nothing to be worried about. It's just a little reminder that even though this community seems very magical and pretty, it can be very dangerous and misleading. It all started with a cosplayer, and her name is simply Linda. I am going to put down her Instagram on my descriptions because her story is very, very long. It's very big. It is, if you don't know it out of your head, if you don't know it as her, it can be quite confusing. So I suggest you go read it because it is what set off this entire thing. It is what set off #CostSave. And this is a amazing thing that they have put up. I do admit that I have also brought out some stories, so I am part of the thing I now at the moment despise, but that's just me. And that was before everything got extreme. Because this story is about a male who has been going around the cosplay community for years, and he has been verbally abusing young women and girls, and then girls I mean underage. Just calling them names, catcalling them, always commenting on their body, complimenting them on everything of their body. I mean, there's a lot of disgusting stories going around about him, and this person is not the only one in the cosplay community here. There's loads of them, because eventually people started to think this was a witch hunt and started to call out everyone. Now this is a good thing because you should warn people for others if they are dangerous, and if you want them out of the community you should take action, and people are doing that, and I'm proud of everyone. But at this moment it is starting to get so extreme that it is not fun being a cosplayer for me, because there's this photographer who has been called out, and I do all of my photo shoots with him. People have had very bad opinions over him. They have bad experiences with him, very bad. I've been shocked by things I've seen, the stories I mean. But I have great experiences with him. I know a lot of friends who have great experiences with him, who love to work with him. So at the moment I am taking a step back because I feel attacked and not very safe posting my pictures anymore. But this story is not about me. I'm starting making it about me, and it shouldn't be about me. It's about Linda, who again I am tagging in my descriptions. She has this horrible story about this guy I already told you about, and things were much worse than I thought they were. She got about 20 messages, more than 20 messages I'm sure, but that's what she told me, about this person from other girls who have told her that he did the exact same thing to them. And I also have stories that match up with hers. So I'm telling my story from today, and if you want to know her story, please, please, please go check out her Instagram. Because I do not want to tell the story and get you all confused, because I am not very great at telling other people's stories. So I made a video actually about it, and I did tell her story, but I accidentally deleted it, and it might have been better if I did, because it was so confusing. So today I'm telling my story. I'm not gonna tell any name except for Simply Linda Cosplay in the description. So my story kind of starts off when I still had a boyfriend. Sweet boyfriend, amazing boyfriend, he's still one of my best friends. And we had known this guy for a few years, more as like, oh, we know who it is, not as friends. So we sort of just saw him on conventions, talked to him a bit, that was it. He followed me on Instagram, I knew this, but a lot of people follow me on Instagram, so who cares. Now this was actually in the first few years of my cosplay journey, so about 4 years ago maybe. And at that point he was awkward but nice. Later in my cosplay journey, so that's saying a year ago, I broke up with my boyfriend. Well, actually he broke up with me, but that's another story. So before that there was a convention in Amsterdam Comic Con. He was really nice. He was I'm talking about the guy, not my boyfriend at the moment, the guy. He was really nice at that moment. He did make more comments about my body the more comfortable he became with me. So the better he started to know me. Did you see that? I almost fucking fell. Huh. The better he started to know me, the more comments he started to make. In my eyes it was fine. I had a boyfriend, he knew I was his, you know, at the end of the weekend day I'd always be in his bed. So I always thought he didn't mind. Apparently he did very much, which he had told me a few weeks ago, that he always despised it when he would either cling up to me so much or comment about my body, because he was very, oh, let's hug, we're friends, and then he'd put you in a very, very tight hug, as if he didn't want to let you go anymore. And at the moment I didn't really care about it. I thought a lot of male cosplayers, people in the cosplay community do this, so I got used to it. My boyfriend at the moment despised it, and I told him that he should have told me, and he said I can't, because if I did tell you, you would just tell me it wouldn't be a problem and don't pay it any mind, which is true. I'm sorry. When we broke up, we put this on Instagram because all of our friends on Instagram knew us as a couple, and they all knew that I was always with him and he was always with me. We were actually one person. So you can imagine it was very hard on both of us when we broke up. But again, another story. So when we broke up, I was devastated, fell into a minor depression. I really started to have very bad thoughts. I have help for this. I have had help for this. I'm not sure if I still need it, but we're gonna see at the end of this coronavirus stuff. One of the first people who started to comment on me and who started to sort of act up as a friend on Instagram was this person. And at first I didn't really pay it any mind, but then he started to make very sexual comments. He started to change in my eyes. He was just a very nice friend, a nice person. We knew from conventions, and as soon as we broke up, he just changed into this person who wanted to get in my pants. Mind you, this guy is over 30. I am 21. So also he does this with other girls who are minors, underage. So I didn't pay it any mind. I just thought if I ignore him, it'll go away. He wasn't the only one. They wanted to know everything about me. They wanted to talk with me. They wanted to see if I was okay, which was nice at first. But when they start making comments about your body and how beautiful you are and how you can get into their bed, like how you look on the pictures, and I do a lot of lingerie shoots, so At first I thought I was asking for it. A lot of friends immediately kicked this idea out of my head because you are never asking for it. So eventually it got so bad that I had to make up a boyfriend. I put it on Instagram, not directly that I have a boyfriend, but that I was in love. And everyone immediately assumed I had a boyfriend, which was very useful. This was actually an idea from a very good friend of mine. But he told me to just make up a boyfriend because it was really just getting out of hand. And at first I thought it was just bullshit and I shouldn't do that. And then eventually I thought, yeah, I'm gonna try this out. And it helped. It actually helped very, very much. People started to back off, they started to stop commenting, or their comments became more normal again and less sexual and sexist. So this definitely helped, but it didn't make everything go away. Because this guy, he wanted to know everything about my boyfriend. How we met, what his name was, is he in the cosplay community? And I just told him that that's not his business and he should stay out of it. And he did, for a while. I put up some pictures. I was going to a premiere, because I am the owner, and one of the owners of the Dutch Arkham Asylum, which is a Dutch community for the DC Comics fandom in the Netherlands. I put it in the description, look it up. So with this privilege of being the owner of a community here in the Netherlands, we are allowed to go to premieres as cosplayers for promotion and, well, to lure people in, make pictures, all of that stuff. So just promotion. So we went to Birds of Prey, which was in the cinemas at that time. Then you know around which time I'm talking. I went as Black Canary from the movie, and Black Canary has this very low-cut top, so you saw a lot of cleavage. And this guy, he saw this on my Instagram since he follows me. And he starts talking about my boobs with another friend. And just not only normally like, oh, she looks great. No, it's really going as far as sending gifs of balloons resembling my boobs. This friend, who is a very good friend of mine, sent me these screenshots, which I still have, and I'm still gonna use against him if he ever tries anything. Because it's I'm looking for the word. It's in Dutch it's neerbuigend. It's just really bad. It makes you feel like you're an object. They're talking about you as an object. And that's not allowed. You shouldn't do that. No one deserves to be talked about as an object. It is absolutely disheartening to hear that people are doing this to still in this community. It's blowing my mind still. But it wasn't the only thing. Later on, he asked about my boyfriend, and I was like, oh, it's complicated. Again, he had to talk about this with a friend of his, which is also my friend. And again, I got screenshots talking that he was talking about how my relationship with my boyfriend isn't going very well. And that pisses me off because he doesn't know anything about me. And even though I don't have a boyfriend officially, it pisses me off that he thinks he knows, which he don't. Which he doesn't. Sorry, English. So they're talking about me and my boyfriend. And he says to his friend, I'm happy she has a boyfriend now because she seems much happier. And my friend reacts like, yeah, that's true. I'm happy for her because she actually had a lot of problems with loads of creepy guys. So this guy asks like, oh really, I didn't notice. Well, if it's a lot of guys, you know, if it were girls, I'd know what I'd do with all those girls. I wouldn't mind at all. This already kind of pissed me off. I mean, what would you do to those girls? I mean, it's just, again, talking about objects, and it pisses me off. Then the next thing came, and my friend says, well, that's not how it works. You know, you have to respect women. And he says, a hole is a hole, right? Everything's the same. Now this set me off so bad that, like, I had to keep myself calm next time I saw him on a convention. because the last time I saw him was on Rotterdam Comic Con, which was last February, March, I think February, because after that the lockdown happened. And he came to me and he was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Trying to be nice and sweet, and I glared at him. I ignored him until he went away, and he went to other people. And I have ignored him the whole day, and he noticed this. And later he asked me, "Hey, you're ignoring me a lot, and you're being very cold. Did I say something wrong?" So I just again told him, "No, it's complicated. I don't want to talk about it." He's like, "Oh, okay, well, you always have a friend in me." And this also pissed me off. I mean, everything this guy does pisses me off because of everything he has done. And then he started talking to all these other girls, and I have a lot of friends who also told me in between these timelines that he was bothering them as well. Now these friends, I think I could count 5 already. And then Linda came out with her story, and that was a shit ton. It was like hell. So many girls have been verbally molested and also physically molested by him. He asks for pictures and grabs them by the boobs, touches them on places they should not be touched. If you are a stranger to someone, you should not do that. You should ask for hugs and not demand one, which he almost always does. Now, I'm sure there are some mental problems with this guy, and he should figure this out themselves. But as far as my friend told me, he has deleted his social medias, he has deleted his Instagram, he has, I have deleted his number because I had his number because it was easier, but then I heard all the stories, and my friend showed me the screenshots, and I immediately thought, no, go away. So that is my story, and I might scare away some of you kids, and I do not want to do that, but this is an important subject that we should talk about in the cosplay community, which we are luckily doing. Now there is this little thing, I will make a few videos about this subject, and then it is more as in, how do you say it, tips and tricks. What should you do, what should you not do if you've never been to a convention and you want to go, if you want to start cosplay but you don't know how. I will just make a video of about, I don't know, 6 do's and 6 don'ts, and then maybe a video about shoot me. Just tell me, and that sounded weird, didn't it? Don't shoot me. Just, if you have an idea, send it to me, put it in the comments. I'd like to hear it. Next week you'll get another video on the pills. I'm not sure if it's working, to be honest. I did lose a kilo, just 1. But then again, with my body, it might not work as efficient as it does with normal people. If I lose a kilogram every week and it's a year past, I mean, I lost 52 kilograms. But there's a lot to tell about these pills, so I'll put it all for next week. And this one is for this week, and after that I'll make another cosplay video. I'll just switch it up a bit. So that was my story, and if you have your own story, please share it with me. I would love to hear about it. I'd love to be just a listening ear to someone who maybe does not have anyone. It does not have to be about this guy or this community. If you live in Australia and you have nothing or no one to talk to, send me a message and I'd like to talk to you. So that was all for now, and I know this is a very serious subject, and I will definitely also make some videos about this magical world called cosplay, about experiences, about friends, about just the magic of it all. Just the magic. I will absolutely make videos, and I will absolutely do more story time, which are better than probably this one. My English is also fucked up at the moment because my brain is working in mysterious ways. So I'm also sorry for looking away a lot, because I'm looking straight into the sun, which is not very good. And there's a lot of stuff to look at here, and I'm very easily distracted. So if I did look away a lot or keep my eyes closed like this, like some sort of weird person, I'm very sorry. But I will see you guys next week. Ciao!